The summer that football came home. Sort of. England hosted the European Championships in what proved to be a festival of football, the host nation reaching the semi-finals before the inevitability of losing on penalties to the Germans. England's venture to the last four brought the feel-good factor for the hosts, as Baddiel and Skinner sang along with the Lightning Seeds for the soundtrack to a tournament that evoked huge nostalgia for football fans of the mid-90s. The hosts aside, the Czech Republic and Croatia both made fine impressions in their first appearances in the tournament as independent nations, the former going all the way to the final before golden goal agony at Wembley. As we prepare for this summer's European Championship, we revisit some of the stars of previous editions. Here are 5 of the best players from Euro 96. Alan Shearer. It's easy to forget that Alan Shearer's place in the England side was under threat heading into the tournament, the forward having gone 12 matches and 21 months without a goal at international level. Shearer was the Premier League's leading centre-forward during the mid-90s and had won the division's Golden Boot in each of the past 2 campaigns, enough to ensure that Terry Venables never lost faith in his first choice number 9. Venables' faith was rewarded in stunning style as Shearer emerged as one of the players of the tournament, finishing with 5 goals to finish as the leading scorer and win the Golden Boot. Shearer opened the scoring after just 22 minutes in England's opening group game against Switzerland, before netting one more as the Three Lions beat Scotland 2-0 in a game remembered for Paul Gascoigne's piece of genius to double the lead. The highlight of England's run came in their third group game with a 4-1 thrashing of a Netherlands side who were among the pre-tournament favourites. Shearer and Teddy Sheringham each scoring twice as the Dutch were dismantled at Wembley. Shearer scored in the shootout as Spain were edged on penalties after a goalless draw in the last 8, before scoring after just 3 minutes against Germany in the semi-final as hopes truly kicked in that the hosts could lift the trophy. Alas, it was not to be, as England were eliminated on penalties, but Shearer's performance silenced the critics as he restated his case as the game's best number 9. He joined Newcastle in a world record £15 million deal that same summer and finished third for both the Ballon d'Or and FIFA World Player of the Year accolades. Matthias Sammer. The man who beat Shearer to the Ballon d'Or, Matthias Sammer became just the second defender in history to win the award after guiding Germany to victory at Euro 96. Sammer was the player his side was built around after being swapped from a midfield position into a sweeper role, a Franz Beckenbauer incarnate who followed in his compatriot's illustrious footsteps by winning the game's greatest individual honour. Sammer had been named as Germany's Footballer of the Year in consecutive seasons leading up to the tournament, but Euro 96 was where he reached his zenith as he guided a resolute German side to success. The libero was central to his side's performances and excelled in the deeper defensive role, helping Germany come through the group stages comfortably without conceding a single goal, scoring in a 3-0 win over Russia. Sammer's performances reached a new level in the knockout rounds, and he was imperious in the victory over an exciting Croatia side in the quarter-finals, scoring the winner in a bruising encounter to book the unfancied Germans' place in the last 4. After overcoming old rivals and hosts England on penalties in the semi-final, he defended superbly in another outstanding performance as Olivier Bierhoff's extra-time goal secured the trophy against the Czech Republic at Wembley. Sammer was named as the player of the tournament for his showings before claiming the Ballon d'Or ahead of Ronaldo and Shearer to cap a remarkable year of success. Karel Poborski. Tournament debutants Czech Republic stole headlines by marching all the way to the final, their talented team catching the eye of Europe's elite, with names such as Pavel Nedved and Patrick Berger rising to prominence. Arguably, the star name in the side was Karel Poborski, the floppy-haired midfielder at the centre of the Czech success, bouncing back from an opening defeat to Germany to progress to the knockout stages, victory over Italy ensuring their passage on the head-to-head ruling. An exciting side that got better as the tournament progressed, they eliminated Portugal's golden generation in the last 8, Poborski proving the match winner with a moment of genius. The winger picked up the ball in a central area with 4 Portuguese defenders in close proximity, weaving and bundling his way past a succession of challenges to find himself in the penalty area. Spotting Vitor Bahia off his line, Poborski lifts an audacious scooped effort up and over the bewildered goalkeeper to net one of the goals of the tournament and secure the Czechs' place in the semi-finals. After beating France on penalties in the last 4, their run was ended by Germany in the final, though Poborski was part of a handful of players who earned a big move post-tournament, signing for Manchester United. He spent just 2 seasons in the Premier League as David Beckham's emergence saw him struggle for opportunities, later spending spells with the likes of Benfica and Lazio and winning 118 caps during his international career. Davor Suker. Croatia were another of the first-time entrants to make an impression at Euro '96, reaching the quarter-finals before bowing out to eventual champions Germany in a hard-fought and physical encounter. Croatia's charge was spearheaded by the talents of Davor Suker in attack, a forward arriving into the tournament as the leading scorer in qualification with 12 goals before starring among Europe's elite. Suker netted 3 times at Euro '96, with only Alan Shearer scoring more, including a wonderful brace as Denmark were thrashed 3-0 in the group stages. Suker's second is a goal that lives long in the memory as he finished a clinical Croatian counter, executing a sublime chipped finish over Peter Schmeichel to put the gloss on an emphatic win for the debutants. The forward scored again in the quarter-final exit to Germany, rounding the keeper in fine fashion before rolling home to equalise after Jurgen Klinsmann had opened the scoring from the penalty spot. Suker's performance proved the start of a successful period for Croatia, who finished 3rd at the World Cup 2 years later with their talismanic number 9 winning the tournament's golden boot. Fisto Stochkov. The leading light of Bulgaria's run to the World Cup semi-final 2 years earlier, Stochkov was again amongst the star turns of a major tournament at Euro '96. Bulgaria were unable to progress from the group stage as they finished 3rd behind France and Spain, though not for a want of trying from Stochkov, who scored in all 3 fixtures to be named in the team of the tournament. Stochkov was one of the finest footballers at the tournament, and the fiery forward showcased his full repertoire of talents, netting from the penalty spot in the opener against Spain, and having a perfectly good goal disallowed as the game finished 1-1. He scored the winner as Romania were edged in the second fixture, though was unable to inspire his side against France as Bulgaria crashed out of the competition following a 3-1 defeat to Les Bleus, Stochkov's fabulous free kick proving little consolation. Despite featuring just 3 times, he trailed only Alan Shearer for goals in the tournament.